Hello guys. As we told you in our previous diet video how to apply the concept of progressive overloading in the diet, we must have applied it practically. There has been a little change in the diet as well. There has been a little progressive overloading, so first of all, as we used to eat porridge earlier, we replaced it with porridge because what was the problem in it? It was gluten intolerant. So look, it means like 1 month, 2 months, 34,567 months, and for such a long period of time. Every day consistently in Italy, somewhere or the other, all day long. Somehow it created a digestive issue, and on top of that, I was getting full with so much vegetarian food.
Keep eating every 2 to 3 hours throughout the day.
Anyway, the same digestive thank you I've had, and on top of that you also have to eat gluten in porridge every day. That is why we have changed it and replaced it a bit. In its place, we have replaced all the soybean, kidney beans and whatever else is there, and one more thing like milk.
We can say Satu, you gave me the grinded gram. There is an interesting story behind it too.
How did he come to know about it? So these are the two things of progressive overload, and one thing of progressive overload in this skill of nutrition is that we come to know how much. That means we eat this, but we do not know how many grams we are eating, or anything from which we do not know how many grams of protein, fat, carbohydrates and those minerals, etc., whatever nutrients we get.
So that is what we used our mind for and started searching.
Initially we thought that all these things must be very expensive, for 2,000 rupees, but when we stopped our closed mind and started exploring things, we found out that these things are available for just 250 rupees, due to which you will be able to track everything yourself. How many grams of protein is there in it?
So for that thing, I have done overseas overload nutrition and skill as well. Taking this method and in your diet as well.
We will show you that in this video, and how many grams we take of all that. It is not completely accurate because every day things go up and down a little.
But yes, there will be an overview of this. So in this we will show it as it is called kitchen weight machine and see some cases of B-Tex P.
S is the cheapest for 106.
250 was also good because it also comes with a 2-year warranty.
This means that it will last for a long time. That is why I have given a warranty, so it is fine even for 250, but I am not promoting it.
It just means it was good like that. I had bought it, so I told you that I will measure it and show you everything. And yes, we bought it from Mozon. If you also want to buy it, I will give the link in the description.
So, before going to school at 6:30 in the morning, we eat 2 to 3 rotis and vegetables, which contains about 13 grams of protein in 3 rotis and 1.5 grams of protein in the vegetable. And then for lunch in school we have 50 grams of soya chana, and next we have 25 grams of rajma, which contains 5.7 grams of protein, and 25 grams of kabuli chana, which contains 4.8 grams of protein. So after making these 3, that means this is my 10th year school meal. That is, these 3 things are there.
If we total it, we get approximately 36 and 30 grams of protein from it. And after coming back from school, I saw 2 rotis at 12:40. There are 3 in it, but avoid it. I had taken the previous one, leave it, 2 rotis and about 3 of those 100 grams of vegetables. To take it accurately, I have taken 250 grams in it, in which you will get about 3.6 grams of protein, and next, 300 grams of rice, in which you will get 6.3 grams of protein.
And 50 grams of pigeon peas, which has 11.2 grams of protein, and if we calculate the total of all this, we will get about 2,627 grams of protein.
But it will not be absorbed completely because it is from vegetarian sources.
That much protein will not be completely absorbed.
It is possible that it can be absorbed in 10 grams. I can be absorbed in 15 grams.
George, I don't know in 10 grams. It is just meant to say, if it is written that you will get this much, it does not mean that now you have got this much gram of protein. No, you are getting that much.
It is not completely absorbed from vegetarian sources. Vegetarian. This is the disadvantage of the sources.
We will not come to that now, and the next one is around 3 p.m., which is 2 eggs which contain about 1,112 grams of protein and a good protein source which contains all the 9 essential amino acids and in pre-workout, at 4:30 p.m., which means 1.5 hours before exercise. It contains 50 grams of peanuts which provide 13 grams of protein and 50 grams of roasted gram which leaves 7.2 grams of protein, which is approximately 20 grams, but again 20 grams are obtained. It is not absorbed that much because it is a vegetarian source and the vegetarian source has bioavailability.
Now that is less Zorb, because of which 20 grams of protein is present in it. Gram means both of these which I have mentioned will be mixed together, but it will not be less than that because bioavailability means absorption.
Generally it is less in vegetarian sources and after exercise at 7:30 p.m. Grind roasted gram, i.e. sattu, which is 25 grams, which is less now, which will be progressive and loaded.
25 grams contains 6.5 grams of protein and 250 milliliters milk contains 8 grams of protein.
And by combining both, we get 14.5 grams of protein, and then in dinner at around 8 o'clock. The same things are repeated which we had in lunch, and the same 2,627 grams of protein is again present in this whole thing, but we do not get that much.
Now the vote base depends on how much would have been added now. You cannot get this much in this vegetarian source. And if we total this, then we get about 148 grams of protein again.
Because most of the things are vegetarian. That is why we do not get 148 grams, because I am saying the same thing that vegetarian sources are full of such things.
Its bioavailability is less. That is, in simple version, absorption is less. That is, it will be absorbed less. This 14 grams will be 148 grams. It is there, but the absorption will be less. It may be even 100%, or it may be less than that or more than that. I don't even know how. But whatever it was, this was it. Now, in the last video that we made, maybe 6-7 months ago, I don't know when, we had made it, we had told you the concept of progressive overload, so we applied that and gradually did progressive overload. A little bit of those things as we told. That by replacing the dalia we added that thing, that gram, that soybean and all that, and then a little bit of sattu. So these were the things, so we will gradually show you practically. We have just started that we will gradually do progressive overload things. From the beginning, people who come from middle class like us, see that this was the thing, so now you people. If you are gradually understanding overload, then learn to apply progressive overload in diet as well. And see, there is a new learning in today's video, and that is that just as we apply progressive in diet, but in your understanding of nutrition, that is, in your nutrition concert, also apply progressive overload. That is, try to increase things gradually. See, at first we do not know how much we are eating by taking such an ad. How many grams of protein are we getting? How many grams of fat are we getting? How much? It doesn't happen initially, and that's okay. We load the body slowly. It doesn't happen in the beginning, and then we have to track each and everything, that how much protein he is getting. Gradually we overload him progressively. We overload our skills progressively. By overloading our nutrition center in this way, the way we did it, you must be not tracking it earlier, and it is okay, but you have to overload it gradually, and you can do it in this way as we did it. So the first step is to use the kitchen weight machine, if it is 100 rupees or 1.50, because it will help a lot, because only then you will be able to find out how many grams of protein and how many grams of the food source you are taking. So first of all you will get to know this. Earlier you did not know anything about which one, how much protein from which,
carbohydrate weight was not there earlier and everything got slowly overloaded there. You will buy a kitchen weight machine which will tell you how many grams of food sources you will take, and now in the second step you have to find out how many grams of protein are you getting from the food sources you are taking, and how will you do that?
Look Aldo, for that we have made a video about the diet plan. If you want to watch the formulas etc., then watch it to learn.
Now if you understand things in detail, then it will be even better. But even then, if you don't want to understand in that much detail or want to understand this thing after understanding that, then as you must have seen, we used an app. See what actually happens.
As I used to think earlier that these apps etc. are not that accurate.
How can I tell you? I will not tell you that accurately. But as we looked at things by keeping the formula in mind and then looked there, it was accurate.
Almost, in fact, it was quite accurate, so that's why you will get this information. Download an app called Healthy5Me which helps you in getting rid of acne.
Do it. It will ask for details like your weight, height, whether you are male or female. As soon as you enter it, you will get this kind of interface.
First of all, it will bring you to the home page, so what do you have to do in it? First of all, you will find the things in the options that you are seeing. You have to click here and click on it. And tick any of these.
There are as many things in this world as we take.
Suppose that.
Like we take oats, whatever you eat, search it here.
See, this is a very good thing. You just try to see it.
As one thing is that you solve the things by keeping in the formula as we told in the diet plan video, and in fact try it so that you can understand more, and in fact you will keep doing that thing.
So now you will be more confident about the thing that will be told to you. You will be able to feel it.
If you will be able to feel more confidence in it, then you will be able to understand it more. Yes, it tells almost the right thing, because if you see according to the formula, there are different methods in it too, so you will see according to that. Ultimately, it tells almost the same thing in it too, and that thing should take you 10 to 15 minutes to do, and I do not say this, do not do that. In fact, I do it myself. I do that first, but with that there will be more accuracy and it will become better.
This thing.
And in fact, for those people who don't want to do that, like they do a normal job and have gained some fitness, then this will be especially important for them because you don't have to use your brain that much.
Just simply search for fruits here and do any of them. As you can see, you will now know how many grams you used to consume. For example, suppose you used to consume 50 grams, so if you checked 50 grams of protein in your kitchen weight machine, then you will now know how many grams of protein is there in 50 grams?
How many grams?
In fact, you will be able to crack the carbohydrates.
In fact, how many grams of fat is there? You will be able to tag that too, and how much fiber is there. Think about all these simple things. What did you have to do? Just from the Play Store?
So see, download the Healthify.me app.
See, my Play Store is not working.
If you download all two from here, then you will get Healthify, Mike app and all these.
Then in that way you will get to know things from here in this way. So in this way gradually do progressive overload.
Think by taking only 2 more steps and doing progressive overload where you will get.
Earlier we did not know how many grams of food we are eating, how many grams of pulses, rice, etc. We did not even know how many grams we are eating. How much protein will we get from that? Now think, all you had to do was just 2 small steps and that was it? It should be 250 rupees, so that you will be able to buy a kitchen weighing machine, and from that you will come to know how many grams are there in the hot dal and rice that you eat, and how to calculate these facts. If you tell me, I will make a video on that too. If there is some trickery in that too, then you will come to know about that.
How many grams are you eating?
Now you have come to know how many grams you are eating, but how will you know that there are so many food sources in that many grams? How many grams of protein is there in it? So for that, you just have to download a simple app and calculate these facts. Those people who, after using their mind so much, have come to know the formula after doing all that, you will simply get to know it.
So imagine how simple it will be for someone who does a normal job and just does normal fitness.
Doing things this way, and in fact for them as well as for those who are diagnostic and who have calculated everything, it is even more for them. It will get better right in this way, so in this way slowly enjoying the roots, loading this nutrition queen in the center, increasing this nutrition constant with lifelong sustainable waste, means increasing it and in fact one thing and one thing like this.
We will teach you right here.
As for roti, suppose we have 3 rotis at our place. Now in some houses small rotis are made, in some houses medium rotis, in some houses big rotis are made, so you will not be able to calculate such things that accurately, so think about the solution for that also. You can do these things in grams also, not just in numbers. How many grams are those 3 rotis?
Now you will be very accurate.
How many grams? Suppose one roti is of 3 or 1.5, 100 grams. Then now you will be more accurate than grams, so think in this way also.
123. If all of them are big or small, then you can do it in grams.
I thought how wonderful these things are, and in fact when you do it this way and see it, then it means that there is an option for you to do different things in it. If you give it an add dot card there, then somewhere in it you will also get to know this without doing anything special. Just put in the grams that you eat, and it will also tell you. Along with protein, how many grams of carbohydrates, fiber, fats. You will get to know these things easily without doing anything. So start with easy things at least instead of not doing anything, and make it a habit. In lifelong habits, you will look forward to things, and in fact many things will happen because of it.